Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot. Thank you for your presence here. Appreciate your stopping by my channel. I hope these messages resonate with you and help provide you any information that you are looking for as to why you are here on my channel. I am going to do our Spiritual Sapience reading for November the 24th. I'm going to use the Rumi Oracle. I'm going to use this until probably the end of this month, and then I'm going to switch to another Oracle deck. But let's get started. Cosmic Heart is so amazing because when I was pre-shuffling, that's the card I saw, the only card. It's an 8-card Cosmic Heart. And I can just tell you we're in Sag season right now, and the energies are just absolutely light and spectacular. Cosmic Heart. So what jumps out at me? There is a time on the journey of love when the beloved is prepared to engage more completely with the heart of the divine lover. The preparation will be a rich process, spiritually speaking. You have been through tantalizing trials, the push to surrender, fear, the realization your attempts at control amount to not so much, actually. So why not abandon them altogether? The trials have asked you to confront every part of your being that holds itself back in resistance to what is, in resistance to what life presents at this very moment. You have been asked to become comfortable with the possible discomfort of not knowing, and to understand you don't have to understand anything for life to work out with perfect synchronicity and generous grace. And so here you are, still loving, still wise, and ready for a love bigger than you have ever experienced before. So we step forward together, you and I. I link my arm through yours and I urge you on. Let us run together and jump over the edge. No more half-living in any way for you and me. We will weep crystal clear tears, and we will laugh with such joy that stars will burst forth, born upon our exultations. We will hear the beating of the cosmic heart pounding in our ears, and how we shall dance to it. That sacred, intoxicating rhythm moves hips and hands and hearts, raising the soul from slumber. So this is now being open after we have faced our fears, purged a lot of our fears, confronted our inner shadow, done our work, removed the toxic experiences that we were continually inviting into our life. We have blocked those now. We have set some barriers. We have set some boundaries. We have decided what is for us and what is not. And now we are beginning to be embraced by the love of the divine in a way that we have never experienced before. I'm going to use the Shadowscapes tarot for this. I've never used it for Spiritual Sapience, so we're just going to see what comes out. Remember, I don't read reversals in this deck. This is the Knight of Swords. This is definitely that just clear, enthusiastic energy. Just absolutely everything that's coming into your life now, you see clearly, because you have done all of that purging work. Like it said, the crystal clear tears. There's no toxins in the tears now. You have removed all of the toxicity, and now the tears, there can be tears of happiness, and even if they're tears of sadness, they're pure. The toxins have been released. This is moving forward without the residual toxins in your life. This is the Nine of Swords. There was all of that toxic energy before. This is my past position here when I do these readings. This is what's coming in. because this is the top of the card. So this might be what you've been dealt with. You're dealing with some of that residual toxic removal. That's work. It's work to kind of feel the frequency of things, and if it's a lower frequency and it feels toxic to you, cutting that out, or just, you know, kind of putting up that boundary of saying, no longer am I going to invite this toxic essence into my life. And through that purification, through that detoxification, through that purging, you are now at a level of frequency, a vibration, that you are starting to really connect with the divine. And this is how we move forward from here. There's no going back, because toxic doesn't feel right anymore. It doesn't fit. And you just can't. You're repulsed by the toxic behaviors and vibrations of other people. This is the Five of Pentacles. Yes, either you have had to leave some things behind that you thought were meaningful, but were not. And you may feel somewhat isolated, but in that alone time, in that retrospective analysis of how far you've come, you are connecting to divine love of yourself, and you feel it from, you know, the source energy. You are feeling embraced by the universe and the divine love that is the frequency of the cosmic heart. So don't be sad and don't feel alone. Look, here we are. This is our moment. This is the Six of Wands. We are celebrating now. We are finished with this energy. We may feel somewhat isolated now because we've had to clear a lot of people from our lives, I'm telling you. But now we are standing in absolute triumph, because the divine gift for our efforts we are beginning to feel. And it might just be during the Sag season or something, I don't know. Here's the Three of Pentacles. We are now connected. And look at this card. There's a divine couple there. We are now connected with our divine love. We are now clear enough and high enough in frequency to be connected with our divine counterpart, whether it just be energetically or possibly physically. The Three of Pentacles to me can be physical, but it's also in partnership with divine purpose. Bottom of the deck, Page of Wands. You might be inspired to connect. You might be inspired with this cosmic heart, this cosmic love, to really produce something new. You may reach out to people in a different way. You may transmute some energy out of past relationships into more productive and happy relationships. This is just passion. This is just a passionate, pages to me are messages. So you may receive some passionate messages from people because they're starting to feel your vibe. They're starting to connect with your higher energy. I'm going to leave it there. Namaste.